Did you know that you can get 40% off the Edge Finder right now? Our advanced market scanning software, the Edge Finder, was first released 1 year ago in April. So to celebrate, we're doing an anniversary sale. Over the past 12 months, we've helped traders all over the world sharpen their skills and find better trades using the market scanner. This is the best time ever to get the Edge Finder for yourself at this massive 40% discount. Day trader, Edge Finder. Swing trader, Edge Finder. Fundamental or a technical trader, it all comes together in the Edge Finder. So don't wait, because this sale won't last forever. Be sure to take advantage of this 40% off discount at checkout when you use promo code A1YT. Happy trading, everyone. I've got a quick US dollar update for you. ADP non-farm employment change came out way worse than expected at 145,000. This report comes after yesterday's disappointing JOLTS jobs report, and now all eyes are on NFP happening this Friday to see what happens with the overall unemployment rate. ISM Services PMI also came out lower than expected at 51.2. On Monday, the ISM Manufacturing PMI also came out lower than expected. So if NFP goes poorly, could this be the beginning of a bear run on the dollar? All right, everybody, time for the market heat map. Let's see how all of the assets are trending so far today in the Edge Finder. And right off the bat, what I can see is a lot of red boxes. We have a couple blue boxes, but none of them are that dark blue colors, like how this is that dark red box right here, letting you know that Aussie JPY is down significantly. We have no blue boxes indicating that we have any currency crosses, indices, commodities, anything, any assets trending really well so far today. But we do have 6 exactly assets that are trending upwards today, and that is USD ZAR, NZD CAD, GBP AUD, Euro AUD, USD CAD, and NZD USD. The biggest mover out of those 6 is USD ZAR, up just 0.3% on the day so far. But yeah, those are our only movers to the upside so far today. Now, again, the market heat map is getting updated every 15 minutes. And as we know, markets are very volatile. Things change, in an instant, minute to minute. Things are moving, so this could change even in the next half hour or so. But as of right now, when we're looking at it, right now, there is not a whole lot of upward momentum really on any of our assets across the board. Now, on the downside, however, if we're talking about assets making moves to the downside, we certainly have plenty of those, including AUD JPY, Euro JPY, GBP JPY, CAD JPY, Aussie CHF, and Aussie NZD. These are our 6 top movers to the downside, accompanied with these 4 yen crosses over here towards the bottom or the top of the down list, however you want to say that. That was confusing how I just explained it, but these 4 are our 4 biggest movers to the downside, and they're all yen crosses, Aussie JPY being the biggest mover to the downside so far today, down 1.06%. If we want to take a look at US indices really quickly, I can see the US 30 here in a gray box, kind of hovering around a neutral bias, 0.03% up on the day so far technically. But the S&P 500 is down 0.5% and the NASDAQ is down a heavy 1.36% on the day so far. So not really looking great for US indices either. Here is the watch list. We have our buy and sell signals here, and currently we have a pretty solid list. In fact, let me remove any indices or commodities that we might have, and there we go. It cleans up that list just a little bit, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sells and 5 buys, including 1 strong buy bias and 1 strong sell bias. So CHF JPY was the asset that we took a look at yesterday with that strong buy score of +7. So it only makes sense to look at NZD CHF today, strong sell score of -6. We will take a look at NZD CHF and see what it is exactly that's giving us that nice -6 score here. Plus we took a look at buys the past 2 days. So So it would be nice to take a look at a sell as well. I'm going to remind you again that yes, we are doing 40% off everything that you see right here. This is the A1 Edge Finder Pro. We do have the A1 Edge Finder Basic available to you as well. Again, a super useful trading tool. The Basic does not have quite as many features as the Pro does, but the Pro comes with everything that you see here: smart money tracker, retail sentiment, bank signals, seasonality, price forecast, the risk on risk off gauge, all of the fundamental information, Fed tracker, carry trade scanner, and of course access to all of these different currency breakdowns that are getting updated by the minute, by the hour, by the day in certain scenarios. Depends on what exactly what specific piece of information you're looking at to get updated, but all of it is getting updated regularly, and we can go ahead and break down NZD CHF for you really quickly right now. So we know that it has a score of -6. We're having a little bit of trouble with the trend reading, but that's okay. In fact, I'll go ahead and pull up the trend reading here for NZD CHF just so that we can get a good look at it without that actual score there. Just taking a look at this, it would absolutely be a -1 score because we can see how well it's been trending over the past couple of days. Super strong downward move right here. Continued to make moves to the downside all the way up until March 28th. Has come up a bit since then, but hasn't really broken up past this high here. In fact, it looks like it's hitting resistance, and so far today has trended back downwards from this level of resistance here. And price forecast does predict that it will continue to move downwards. So if this is not a -2 trend reading score, it is certainly a -1 trend reading score for NZD CHF. So quick look at that before we get into it, because we do have a little bit of issue with that score right there. In fact, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, that would actually be a -2 score. So if we have 5 here with the 1, and then we know that it's a -6 score, yeah, that's a -2 trend reading score right there. But let's get into the numbers really quickly. So COT data is a score of 0. We can see that institutional traders are favored short on both the New Zealand dollar and the Swiss franc, 62.69% short and 71.65% short there on the New Zealand dollar and the Swiss franc. So institutional traders, again, both favored short on both of those currencies, but retail traders, day traders, are favored long on NZD CHF as a whole, 73% long and 27% short there. Seasonality is a score of -1, and we can take a look at the month of April. It's really it's pretty neutral. I mean, there's really not even a bar to look at there. So what we're looking at in seasonality is how NZD CHF has trended historically over the last 10 years. If you just were to take a look at the month of April by itself, you would notice that it doesn't really, it moves kind of sideways. However, it does say that it's giving it a negative score, so perhaps it moves just the tiniest bit bearishly, historically speaking, in the month of April. We already went over our trend reading in the very beginning, so I'm going to skip over that and finish up with our fundamentals: GDP growth, inflation, and unemployment, all scores of -1. Interest rates is our lone blue box here with a score of +1. Let's get into those numbers right over here. So GDP growth in New Zealand currently negative 0.6% compared to 0% in Switzerland. Inflation rate in New Zealand 7.2% compared to 2.9%. Unemployment 3.4% compared to 2.1%, and interest rates on the New Zealand dollar 5.25% compared to just 1.5% on the Swiss franc. So there we go. Quick breakdown of NZD CHF, newest member of our strong bias club, strong sell bias, score of -6. We will see if that holds up over the next couple of days.
What's going on with the Aussie? We got to take a look and see what's going on there here this morning. So pulling up Aussie dollar here on the daily chart, you can see a big tumble here to the downside as things get going. Please, real quick as I get started, can everybody hear me and see me on YouTube? I know on TikTok you guys are good. We've got 7 people on TikTok. Shout out to my TikTok friends. If you guys are enjoying the stream, I'm new to TikTok. I really don't know much about what I'm doing there, but hit that like button on the stream if you're enjoying it, whether you're watching on YouTube or TikTok. Smash that like button or give me some likes on TikTok. I really don't know how it works, but I know apparently it's good for the stream. So thank you guys for showing up. for another live stream. I just want to make sure sound is all good and everything. It seems like we are all set. Taking a look at the Australian dollar again, a big down move for the Aussie pairs. Not just the Aussie dollar though. We got Aussie yen to the downside. Look at that Aussie yen, guys. Aussie yen really tanking, and it beckons the question: is it more Aussie weakness or Japanese yen strength? It does seem like the Japanese yen is up here today. And this is an interesting one because we have the gold market rising as well. So you had a big pop to the upside on the gold market. We are still long, by the way. Update for those of you guys who have been watching the streams. You know, if you were watching yesterday, I was long gold, and beautiful continuation move since yesterday's price action. We've done nothing but go up, sideways, and up some more. A really nice start here to the market session. Now, giving back a little bit of those gains, we tagged, guys, 2030 for gold. Now, in my personal opinion, a lot of you guys, if you were watching the streams, watching the content the last few weeks, we've been calling for a retest of the 2000 mark. Huge need for a retest of that 2000 mark. Why? Because again, retested it here, sold off. Retested it here, sold off. And when we were in all this junk, all this nonsense, the dollar looked really weak in my view. Now, why did it look weak? Well, the Federal Reserve has sort of hinted at needing to or slowing its roll when it comes down to rate hikes and inflation being not as much of a problem as it was in 2022. Now, of course, we're still at, 6.3%. Let's go check. What is inflation currently? We know that inflation is still high compared to the Federal Reserve's target of 2%. But you can see, we can see the latest numbers that we have in terms of inflation are about 6%. So we still have a ways to go back down to that 2% target from the Federal Reserve. But we're on the decline. And this decline, in my view, is a very bullish catalyst for gold. Why? Because again, it hints at less rate hikes and more money going into the system, potentially even QE starting up at some point where rate cuts begin to be a thing, which again, if you were a trader during 2020, you guys are very, very eerily familiar with what happened to gold during that time. Let's take a look at the weekly chart just to remind ourselves, here is 2020. What happened to gold was a massive bull run during 2020. Why would bull runs happen on gold during 2020? Well, remember how us US people, we received stimulus checks as a nation. A lot of money went right into the system. And where did that money end up? It went going into gold, stocks, Bitcoin, real estate. Assets got bought like crazy in 2020. Now, of course, since then, we've had a rocky road. But in my opinion, I think we have another scenario where the gold market continues to look very, very attractive, which is why we're long. So we bought gold prior to the previous highs, anticipating a retest of that 2000 mark. But now we've even tested up into 2025, 2030. Gold market seems, in my view, where the next logical place, if this rally is going to continue, is back to the all-time highs. Okay, all-time highs is where? It is 2070, just shy of 2070, which happened, by the way, guys, around the time where Russia actually invaded Ukraine. We had a big spike in fear, a lot of concerns in that area. Commodities went red hot, and sure enough, I think we're possibly headed back to that point. Again, it's a very natural place for price to go if the market does continue to rally.
Don't forget to check out the links in the description if you want our broker recommendation, access to our free Discord, free Edge Finder, or want to chat with us on Telegram. Remember, you can watch us live in the markets every morning starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have lots more free trading tools and content available on our website, a1trading.com. Thanks for watching.